Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I've decided to do a review on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. This film was the last DCEU film. This was the last of the Mohegans, people. And yes, I have mixed reviews about this one. This movie went through a lot of reshoots from what I was getting before. It was a lot of reshoots it went through. Also, it stars Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, which a lot of people don't like, Patrick Wilson, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and Nicole Kidman. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, this film, I have mixed reviews on it. It also was directed by James Wan. He did the first Aquaman movie as well. And I have mixed reviews behind this one. And that's because they kept changing everything up. It was going one way with it, and then they started going another way with it. And they cut Amber Heard minutes down. I believe she only had like 8 minutes in total throughout the whole movie. Also, my mixed reviews about it is that you see Aquaman with the baby more than you see her with the baby. And that's because these two wasn't getting along. Off film, off the set, they wasn't getting along from what I was hearing. So they cut her minutes down. So she was around Jason Momoa less time around him. And she has a baby. How do you explain that? In the film, she has a baby. Baby should be around his mom's all the time. But on the other side, it was to me a popcorn movie. Believe it or not. Popcorn movie. An Aquaman movie. Also, believe it or not, Aquaman is a Class A character. He's a Class A character. A lot of people think he wasn't, but he was a Class A character. If you go back to the old Super Friends animated series from the 70s, he was in that. What I do like about what James Wan did, he turned Aquaman into the character he was supposed to be. He was not supposed to be a character that was a joke. No, he was a serious character. And they talking about he talked to the fish. No, he communicates with the fish. It's a difference. He's not actually sitting there talking to him. He communicates with him. And this character is definitely one of my favorite characters in the comic book world. So, I'm so glad James Wan put a more serious take on him in the first film. This film got a lot of comedy to it, but it turned out to be okay. Not great, but okay. So, with that being said, people, I would love to hear your thoughts on this particular film. How did you feel about it? And yes, they rushed it. They kept doing a lot of reshoots, which I didn't particularly care about. I was looking at some of the cast members, and believe it or not, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton was supposed to have been in this movie at some point, but they changed all of that. So that's just how it goes sometimes. And then, being that this was the last DCEU film, a lot of people didn't go out to support it. They was taking over the Warner Brothers and Discovery. They merged and everything. They took over. Discovery took over, And that ended all of that. So, that being said, get down in the comments. Let me hear your thoughts about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. And with that being said, let's not to forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will catch you all on the next one. Until then, take care.